After 2 harrowing years in darkness and captivity, 20 courageous hostages are returning to the glorious embrace of their families, and it is glorious. 28 more precious loved ones are coming home at last to rest in this sacred soil for all of time. And after so many years of unceasing war and endless danger, today the skies are calm, the guns are silent, the sirens are still, and the sun rises on a holy land that is finally at peace, a land and a region that will live, God willing, in peace for all eternity.
That was President Donald Trump in Jerusalem earlier this morning, marking the release of the final 20 living hostages. 7 of the hostages were released early today, escorted by the Red Cross, and then turned over to the IDF. Photos show them looking pale, but not as thin as some of the hostages when they were freed back in January. A few hours later, the remaining 13 hostages were also released. They were taken to hospitals nearby to be checked out and are now in the process of being reunited with their families. Truly a joyous occasion. Meanwhile, Palestinians in the West Bank celebrated the release of prisoners today, as Israel had agreed to set free nearly 2,000 prisoners and detainees as part of the ceasefire deal. We're seeing footage of it there. The other big headline this morning, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will not attend a summit on Gaza and its future, which is set to get underway soon in Egypt. Welcome back to this holiday edition of Morning Joe. It is 6 a.m. on the West Coast, 9 a.m. here in the East, 4 p.m. in Egypt, where President Trump is expected to arrive a short time from now at a Middle East peace summit. You can see Air Force One still in Israel. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney are among 20 heads of state set to attend. Joining us now live from Cairo is Associated Press Gulf and Iran News Director John Gambrill. John, thanks for joining us. Give us the latest there. We're running well behind schedule, but that's kind of how these things tend to go. But walk us through what will happen once Air Force One touches down.
President Donald Trump's expected to come off of Air Force One in the Red Sea resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh. Already, there's some 20 world leaders who are gathered there waiting on the president, who, as you mentioned earlier, ran pretty long on the trip to Israel so far after addressing the Israeli parliament, the Knesset. While there, Trump is expected to hear from Egyptians and other Arab leaders about their concerns in Gaza. And while the hostages and the Palestinian prisoners have been exchanged today, there's a lot that still remains to be done. Among the top issues for world leaders is who is going to govern Gaza? How is Hamas, a militant group that's run Gaza for years, going to be disarmed? And who is going to pay for the billions and billions of dollars it's likely going to take to be able to rebuild that shattered enclave, which has just been decimated by 2 years of war that's killed over 67,000 Palestinians there, according to local health officials. Meanwhile, in Israel, we're seeing those joyous scenes, as you mentioned. This whole war started back 2 years ago on October 7th. The Hamas militants came across the border and killed some 1,200 people there and kidnapped 250 others, taking them back to Gaza. And while today does mark this exchange, there's a lot of unanswered questions, and that's likely what Trump is going to be faced with when he lands in Sharm el-Sheikh.
John Gambrill, the Associated Press, our thanks to you. They're live from Egypt, previewing the summit coming shortly. We're getting live footage here of in Tel Aviv. There's Prime Minister Netanyahu on the tarmac near Air Force One. But as we just mentioned, Prime Minister Netanyahu declined an invitation from President Trump to accompany him to that summit. We'll keep an eye on it just in case things change. But now let's bring in Executive Director at the McCain Institute, Dr. Evelyn Farkas. She is a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Russia, Ukraine, and Eurasia. Happy to say that NBC News National Security Editor David Rode also still with us. Evelyn, starting with you, let's first, of course, underscore what a joyous day this is. The 20 remaining hostages returned to their families. Also, now we are in a couple of days' worth of, as the president said, the guns have gone silent in Gaza, certainly an enclave just truly laid to waste. by 2 years of war. But there are a lot of tricky moments ahead as we watch the president's motorcade arrive at the airport there. Give us your thoughts on what you heard from President Trump's speech today. Do you think it will be helpful laying out a path of peace going forward?
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan, obviously, this is a great day. You know, the Israeli people have been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. There may have been earlier moments when we could have continued the hostage swaps, but there's no doubt that all of the work that the Israeli government and the military has done in terms of countering Iran, and our government's countering of Iran also have put increased pressure on Hamas and made it possible to get to this day where they have decided clearly that holding the hostages isn't giving them as much advantage as it had before. And that really gets to the question of what's next, because, as we heard from the AP reporter, the reality is that this is just a ceasefire. It's not a peace deal. And we're talking just about Gaza. After Gaza, we have to talk about the two-state solution and really resolving the overall security situation between Israel and the Palestinian people and the need for a Palestinian state. So a lot of work to be done regarding security, regarding who's in charge politically, and then, of course, who's paying for it all.
And we're seeing live images here in Tel Aviv, the president's motorcade arriving there at the airport, Ben Gurion Airport, soon to board Air Force One. David Road, and fly to Egypt. What are some things, this is, to Evelyn's point, there's a long road ahead. What do you expect to hear at this meeting in Egypt? Do you think some important first steps could be accomplished?
There could be pledges of money. I mean, this is a catastrophe in terms of the size of the reconstruction effort that's going to happen. And then it is an extraordinary gathering at the top that we talked about, the leaders from Europe and Canada. But just in terms of the region, it's the leader, obviously, of Egypt, but Qatar, the head of the Palestinian Authority, the head of the Arab League, the King of Jordan, the Prime Minister of Kuwait, Bahrain, Pakistan, Iraq. So it is an extraordinary assembly of people. And I guess that, again, draws us to this issue about Netanyahu and his failure to attend. But I think we'll just have to see what happens at the end of the meeting.
So, Evelyn, whereas we're watching live footage here, President Trump on the tarmac, looks like he's going to bid, well, we assume farewell to Prime Minister Netanyahu, whom, he has certainly had warm words for him during the speech and called for his pardon. But it does appear Netanyahu had declined an invitation to join this president in Cairo. There's Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump nearby. Kushner, though, does not have a formal White House role this time around, but was called into service here, played a key part, along with Steve Witkoff, in the negotiations when President Trump decided to apply pressure here to get this done. And Evelyn, we'll forgive me if we have to dip out and take something live here from the tarmac, but while they're just talking there with some saying, bidding farewell, it has been said by many. I mean, President Trump could have acted sooner than he did. He took office in January. He said he would bring peace to Gaza very soon. It obviously took about 9 months before the ceasefire was brokered. Many thousands of lives lost in that time. But he did show when he stepped in, he has the power there. There's some sway over Netanyahu, and he certainly built strong relations with a lot of the Gulf state leaders as well. So what role do you think he needs to play to get this done, to follow through and actually achieve a more permanent peace? What do you think President Trump needs to do?
He needs, Jonathan, to continue to wield American power, to convert it into influence. And what I mean by that is it's not just President Trump. President Biden also could have threatened to withhold military assistance to Israel. Granted, it was harder for him at that stage of the war to do so, but he could have done it to achieve more influence. And President Trump, we see he got so angry at the fact that the Israelis struck at the safe haven in Doha that the Hamas negotiators have, that it caused him to be galvanized into actually pressuring Prime Minister Netanyahu to make this deal possible, because Netanyahu had to agree to a ceasefire so that the hostages could be removed. And of course, Hamas then had to agree to release them. Also, the Israelis released, as you pointed out earlier, Palestinians. So this whole deal happened because President Trump became angry with Prime Minister Netanyahu and put pressure on Israel. And that's what the United States needs to learn, not just in this case, but in many other cases, of course, the Russia-Ukraine scenario as well, to put pressure on Putin, to put pressure on the party that is refusing to negotiate. And we need him to continue to remain involved. I think one last thing on Netanyahu not, attending this meeting. It's fraught with political risk for him because there's no real deal. There are the outlines of a deal, but, one can't blame him necessarily. President Trump could have pressured him probably to attend, and he decided to let him off the hook. But the details now will be really important going forward. President Trump has to maintain focus, and we know that he likes these big, victories, and then he doesn't necessarily dig into the details. He needs to stay focused, and obviously his team needs to stay focused. And this is the moment they have to seize. They cannot let this drag on.
An understatement there that President Trump does not necessarily dig into the details. You are right to highlight, certainly Trump, lots of kind words for Netanyahu there, some of which surely will be cut into a Netanyahu political ad for his reelection campaign, but also acknowledged that there were some disagreements along the way. And officials I've been reporting for weeks now, it was the Netanyahu's overreach and the strike in Doha that really infuriated Trump and made this push happen. Dr.